Welcome to another episode of Money Matters. I grew up in a low to middle class family in India. We were well taken care of, but money was something that was always quite, let's say, tight. One of the money mantras that we were always taught growing up was debt is bad. My family would give me innumerable examples of that individual, that uncle who went and borrowed money and lost their entire life savings in it. Growing up, I always thought debt was bad till I learned otherwise. So, debt, in my opinion, can be good or bad. Let me elaborate. Let's first understand what kinds of debt are actually bad for you and one that you should avoid. Quite simple. Right now, festive season, right? Amazon has a sale, Flipkart has a sale, and then we lead up all the way to Christmas. There is a sale and sale. They even give you 0% EMIs that you can borrow. Great times to go shopping. After all, most of us are not able to step out of our homes. We're all stuck at home. What better way to rejoice during the festive season? True. But remember one thing. If you were to borrow using your credit card, then you should only borrow as much that you can repay all of it. I know quite a few people who borrow from their credit cards and pay over a longer period of time. Credit card debt is a bad debt. The rates of interest in a credit cards can usually go from 18 to even 30%. So, next time you're buying something that does not add to the asset value of yours and is purely an expenditure, then ensure that that debt is paid in full on the due date. Clear? So such debts are clearly bad. But I also started this conversation saying not all debts are bad. So, what constitutes a good debt? So the first one that I can take off in the top of my head is clearly a student loan. I went to the University of Michigan in the US for my MBA. When I went in 1999, I didn't have enough money, and coming from the backgrounds I did, neither could my family afford one. So how do I fund this future education of mine? This education that I was investing in. Quite simple, a student loan. Student loans actually are one of the great ways in which you borrow and you build your future. Clearly, a huge student loan where the salaries that starts afterwards puts you in debt forever is not a situation you want to be in. But a student loan that actually is in the manageable amount and that your salaries can cover is a great way to look at it. The other good debt example is a home loan. Usually, the interest for a home loan is deductible to some percentage, if not all in some countries, to some percentages in India from your taxes too. So you get tax breaks, plus you also invest in a home and you live in that home. The only caveat, do not try and prepay the home loan. Because the way the EMI construct is done, you end up paying most of the interest up front. So if it is a 15-year loan, we always advise our clients to hold off till then. So those are great examples of good debt that can actually help you. Now, the third point on debt to remember, beyond the good debt and bad debt, is that debt can actually be used to help propel one's life. The smartest investors borrow at these low rates, invest in businesses that gives them much higher returns. So, why did I ask you not to prepay your home loan? Let's say your home loan in India is about 8 to 10%. If you are consistently able to generate in the 10-year period 12 to 14% as an example, then you can see you're borrowing at 8%, you're able to generate 12% return. That 4% differential comes from borrowed money and you're able to actually generate wealth in the longer term. This is what the smartest investors around the world do. I want to close this discussion with an example. a knife. Debt to me is like a knife. A thief or a murderer wields it, they cause havoc. In the hands of a surgeon, it saves lives. So be smart, understand the difference between good and bad debt, and also understand smartest investors leverage. They know what they are doing. Have a great day.